Hi everyone, it's Maggie with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Jeff Garner, who is the designer and founder of Prophetik. Now Jeff, can you tell me about your company?
Absolutely. We're based in Tennessee. We've been around about 13 years. Our whole concept, we do plant-based dyes, all sustainable textiles. The goal is that, we do a lot of red carpet gowns, and we're trying to get the word and awareness out there. But today behind us, you'll see our intimates collection, which is our first kind of commercial entity, because, it's what it goes underneath everything, so I think it's the closest thing to us. So therefore I thought, well, this is a first step, right? I want to get people to touch, feel, wear it, and understand the difference of sustainable textiles, how it's breathable, wearable, and doesn't give, off-gas toxins, right?
Sure. So plant-based materials for the dyes, is that correct? Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. So like what I'm wearing is our Japanese indigo. So we have a big dye vat, a Japanese indigo that we actually, we grow the plant, and then we do make the big vats, and then we dip it in, and it's like the old way. I studied in Florence, Italy, and learned all the different kind of ways they used to do it. That's why royalty used to wear all the colors. So it was harder to get certain colors, like the purple tones, etc. So we use like marigold flower for the yellow tones, red madder root. I use bark for some of my black tones off my trees, and it's very homegrown, but we're looking to make an actual powder form so that we can get into mainstream. That's the goal.
Sure.
It is artisan, it's very couture right now, but that's why we're starting with intimates and going forward that way. And this is one of the dresses here is made of seaweed, and it's dyed with our indigo as well. So, so you can see it,
Seaweed, very nice.
So, you don't look at it and say, oh, wow, that's, eco or whatever. That's the goal, is to say, hey, it can be look and feel this way and be better for everyone.
Well, you really make beautiful pieces. So can you tell us what the inspiration behind starting Prophetik was for you?
Oh, wow. So, like I said, I grew up on a horse farm in Tennessee, played all the sports, but I sat in my room and literally designed, stole my sister's Barbie sketch pad and started designing away. All my buddies are in bands. They were creative in Tennessee, and they said, hey, you want to be in my band? I said, no way, but I'll dress you. And that's how it began. So it was a passion, an art form. And then I moved to California and kind of rebelled against the family. I was supposed to go to West Point, said no way. And I got picked up by Barry Manilow doing music management, creative stuff, and I started designing for him and stage clothing, merchandising, and then I realized, wow, this is really what I want to do. So I started my own collection, and when I started that, my first sample maker got sick. She was taking in all the toxins from cutting the fabric, all those fine fibers, just many years of doing it, not just mine. And I realized, wow, there's something wrong here. And being a Tennessee boy on the farm, I was like, when something's wrong, you fix it. You don't just deny it or say, this is the way they always have done it. You say, there's got to be a better way. Either I stop doing what I love, or I figure out a different way of doing it. And so that's when it led me on this kind of challenge and this parade of like, okay, well, there's got to be different fabric to use, got to be different dyes, and I really had no idea what I was getting into. So my grandfather was a scientist. He was an inventor at the Manhattan Project in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and so I got his mind, started just doing mad lab science stuff.
Okay. So. And what is your next line that you're thinking of designing?
The next line, I hope, is going to be swimwear. Shannon's a swimwear designer, so obviously she knows that style and those contours. And if I put on a girl's swimsuit, it doesn't really work. Although I've already done board shorts and they're great. So with the help of Shannon, I'm looking to do that as kind of the next commercial, because again, we're sitting in the sun, we're off gassing with the nylon and stuff. So it's a need. So I'm looking at trying to figure out the needs. Yeah.
Sure. Well, congratulations on your incredible business, and your pieces truly are beautiful. So thank you so much for meeting with us today.
Absolutely. All right.